fucking close to running in my porch side, destroying my whole boat.
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Just someone bitching on.
Whoa, I just started the stream again and I realized that YouTube immediately blocks you if you cuss, like, right as soon as you start streaming. Like, you can't cuss for like 4 or 5 minutes. The first thing that comes out of our mouths. You're funny for that.
Whoa.
Sorry. It's okay. So I found a person over at Quali Graphics to make like the banners and stuff that I'm gonna need for the podcast. So I'm gonna get a quote from them. I'm not gonna have a stage, and I'm gonna get a quote from Sound Systems for the concert.
Okay. Well, yeah. I feel like you should start dropping. I see one of your videos from 7 days ago got 17 views. So there's people in here who are like watching.
Yeah, there's enough folks that come on here to warrant us doing it. It's like totally awesome that we even have one person that watches our stuff, much less like freaking 17 people. But yeah, dude, if there was 17 cars that showed up to my house, I'd freak out.
So what I'm saying is, like, when you start the podcast, be like, hey guys,
Yeah, we're just now, like, we haven't even done anything close to 40 hours at podcasting. So, like, I would not expect for us to get organized and be like, right, off the top.
No, George, listen to me. Just part of your opening is, hey, I'm throwing a show at the skate park.
How can I possibly forget? Silly me, I haven't had my coffee this morning. Ladies and gentlemen! Plug the podcast. June 18th. Garland Thrashathon. Quit playing yourself. Pay yourself. So we have a couple different people that I want to perform. I'm definitely for sure getting Connor out there. I'm going to book. I was thinking my neighbor Jordan, too. The little kid. He might rip. One time do some and try to get Bash for the World. Try to get like Tay Money. Try to get that guy Bumpy Johnson. Try to get Emotional Zan. Try to get the Daily News.
You're gonna have to like pay some of those people.
That's okay. I'm gonna try to. My fundraising goal right now is $10,000.
Okay. Well, you have a month. You have a month to do it.
Yeah. So if anybody knows somebody that just has $10,000 that they don't need, that are just kind of like lying around $10,000, get them to the Plugged Up podcast. We'll have at least 17 people look at your stuff. Our massive army of 17 sweaty teenage incels or young adult incels.
Moshing.
Yeah. Dude, Matt, imagine if our fan base grew by 17 people every time we did a stream.
Well, if you're one of those 17 people watching, tell 17 people.
Yeah. I need you to go on your contacts right now and then tell your auntie, your grandma, your cousin Phil, your Aunt Vivian, and everybody.
Dude, did you see that little, like, camera that I sent you on Instagram?
Yeah.
The little gimbal?
Yeah. That's pretty dope. Do a screen share right now and pull it up on Amazon. So that people know what we're talking about. Dude, I was watching a movie on Amazon. I mean, not on Amazon, on fucking Netflix today that was so dope. It was like a cowboy movie. It had Jonathan Majors on there. It came out 2 Decembers ago for Black People Month. Or, I'm sorry, Black History Month. And shit was lit. There was the Nat Love movie, if anybody remembers. I was just watching that on Netflix with my fam. I'm still hanging with them killers and robbers. Dude, I so wish we could play music on YouTube right now. That, like, if we just, like, get my TikTok poppin', I'll have, like, a DJ mix on this whole thing, too, where it's, like, we're hanging out, like, and just playing either royalty-free music or just, like, our music.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be lit. But, yeah, do you think, realistically, if me and Diego did buy the Pretty Much Funny page, like, it would drop to where we have, like, no followers, or it would just drop, like, at 1,000?
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I started posting different type of stuff on there, I think I hope it didn't fry the account. I think it should be fine. Fuck. I mean, it's like all on how you want to think about it, but you know.
Yeah. Damn, shout out to Theo Vaughn for real. He's so funny, he's putting other people on.
Basically.
And I'm hanging with the killers and robbers. Man, if there was one mainstream artist you could sell a song to and have them have out with your friends for them, and it's like their song, but you know you're still getting paid off of it, like you're still getting royalties for it, who would it be?
Probably like Kid Leroy. I think that'd be fire.
You like Kid Leroy, huh?
I mean, I think he's good.
I personally haven't heard enough of his music to say if he's good or bad and make like a judgment call. I probably, like, out of my songs, it'd have to be JB. Like, that's just an icon. That's just like might be the songbird of my generation on some shit.
JB?
Yeah, JB. That's like ultimate respect artist right there.
Well,
who do you think would be one of those artists that like you would reach out and have like a fucking freak out about?
It's a good question, dude. I mean, like, I was kind of starstruck when I met like Post Malone, so I'm sure if like someone would reach out like that, I'd be like in shock. But then it would feel like something that I've always like. It would just feel like deja vu. I feel like because it's like I feel like I, you know, kind of resonate with the same idea that they go for in life. You know.
How do you know that though? How do you know what they go for in life? We don't know that. See, that's the thing. We don't fucking know these people. We know what they want us to say. We know what they want us to think, but we don't like know them. Does that make sense?
True. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, just.
I want
to make
one of the Kardashians to hit me up. Like, I don't care if it's Rob Kardashian. I just want like one Kardashian to hit me up. Talk about some George, you're hilarious. Come to our cookout. And I bring Diego. Ah! That'd be too funny. Diego would be like, Diego would be like, damn fool, I just clocked out. You didn't even let me go home before you flew to LA. We're just in fucking Calabasas. Diego's wearing his fentanyl shirt.
Goofy.
That'd be hilarious.
Yo, how long have we been on live?
I think this time around we've been around like 10, 12 minutes, and the other time we were like 17 minutes. Still hanging with the killers and robbers. We've been on for 8 minutes now. I don't know how fucking Joe Rogan does this for 3 hours. Like, that's crazy. That's whenever he does start talking about like the MDMA goblins or like some shit that doesn't exist. Because like it's just so long. He's gonna have to say something to fill the air.
Yeah, he'll just resort to like aliens or flat Earth theory.
Yeah.
Making fun of that or. But.
Yo, did you hear that there's like places in the world like Korea and shit where the government's just out telling people that aliens are real?
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, me neither. I just made that shit up.
I think when I jump on live, I'm like trying to get like too technical and like look at and see like if it's like being laggy on like a different device to where it ends up just like
feeling
messing
unnatural.
up my concentration.
Yeah, no, and that's how I feel too. Like, whenever I do a podcast and I'm sitting down interviewing somebody, I'm just like so focused on the conversation going well and like me sounding smart and basically leading them to a good answer that I never worry about any of the technical stuff, and it's really, really hard to keep both those plates spinning where it's like, oh, this looks good, I could use this, and it's like, oh, this conversation is good, people are going to want to listen to it. Yeah. We should definitely do like a stream where we call in like people from our past and like families, like family members. Like maybe have somebody like goofy on stream one day, like one of your cousins that you grew up with, or like your brother, and then they tell like early kid mad stories.
Well,
but we gotta save that until you're like famous though. Like I'm saving that idea until you're like so blown up that like people want to know all details about you, and then we'll just have Zach come in here and say times you were goofy.
Yeah, hopefully by then the stream is flawless and it's like 100%.
I mean, I really don't see us being that far off from being that. I don't know why the internet's being funny right now, but barring stuff like that, I feel like our streams are actually just like so good.
Yeah. Well, I could see how it would just be like hard to like watch it live. Like if there's something about us like it might like render out later on YouTube and people could watch it smoothly later, but like as far as like if I'm pulling it up on my phone right now, I don't know if it's my location or what, but
yeah, also that messes up too, dude, because doing stuff with internet with you being like kind of out in the sticks, it can break down communication a little bit. There's nothing better than doing a podcast with your homie like right here, but you know, barring stuff like that situations, this is just the best we can do. We even have all the stuff to do this. Because think about how many people are like, oh my god, I wanted to get a podcast. And then they got to work 40 hours at Wendy's to buy a mixer and speakers and a mic or something. Like, shout out to you,
crazy.
Bro. If you're grinding out here in America, just know that you're doing better than anybody that you could almost think of anywhere else in the world. This is a cool country. Still hanging with the killers and robbers.
yeah, I don't think I like tell myself how much I appreciate that I'm like born here, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to
I feel like I should
consider.
be more appreciative.
It's hard to consider because you don't know any other way to be. Like you don't know any other like lifestyle, you know? So
Yeah.
so it is like it's weird to think about. Still hanging with the killers and robbers. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, well, I guess with all of our goals and list of things that we need to do out of the way, I would like to, conclude this episode of the Plugged Up Streamcast. Do you want to go out on a song, Matt? Should we go out on a song from, like, unreleased stuff? Or should we, like, open up some topics and, like, keep going, man?
Yeah, do something crazy. Ask ChatGPT what to talk about.
I have a picker wheel, actually, that I made. What are we going to talk about? I stole this from the Danny Brown podcast. Childhood memories. Hooray! Matt, do you remember the first time you talked to a girl that you liked?
I don't remember the specific occasion, but I do recall having like a girlfriend back in like 5th grade that I had for a year. And I don't know how. I really don't. Like, that's just crazy to think.
Like in the 5th grade, you were macking.
Yeah, there was just something like... I think that I was like more interested in like sports than like really like anything, you know?
Like playing
like,
them? Or like just watching them?
In like competing. It wasn't like academics. Like, I don't know. I was just like a kid. Like, then I like started focusing more on like being good at sports. So, or like different activities.
Such as?
Like, I don't know. I guess like riding your bike fast as a kid was like
Vibes?
You know,
yeah.
like doing like stuff that's like
going downhill on your bike?
Yeah, and when you said childhood memories, that was like the very first thing that popped in my head was the hill that was just like right up the street, like 3 blocks from our house, and then we can literally just like
zoom on your bike.
Yeah.
That's
it was like
crazy.
on the way to school, we would have to go up the hill, but on the way home from school, we were always excited to go down the hill. So.
That's far. You rode your bike to school?
We rode our bikes to school in like crazy weather.
Tell me all about it.
I mean, I don't really know much. I don't really like recall like that far into detail like about.
Do you remember what grade you were in?
Trek. I think we would always ride our bikes to school ever since like I think like second grade.
Damn, so you rode your bike to high school?
No, to middle school, but I went to high school in like a town 15 minutes away in car.
So that was the first time you had to be dropped off.
Huh?
That was the first time you got dropped off.
Yeah, and then I had to like get a ride, so I would ride with friends to school.
That's cool. I had perfect attendance up until high school because my parents would drop me off like right at the door and like watch me get in. But at freshman year of high school, I realized I could just get on the bus at school and then get off the bus and just fucking walk off and come back like second or third period after smoking or something. And I was like, all right, cool. So I would just, my school would start at 9:40 and everyone else would be in class by like 7:50.
Yeah, sometimes we would like, my senior year, we would like get dropped off or we'd go to school. By then I was driving, I think at least some of the time.
Yeah, me too. I got my car senior year of high school.
I was driving my brother's car when he went off to college, but then I ended up crashing that on accident because it was like I hit black ice and I slid.
Sheesh.
So, yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, we would like our first class or our first like class or two, I think, was at like this different place we signed up for like some extracurricular shit where we were going off to a different school and we would skip that. We'd skip the bus ride and just drive over there and smoke sometimes.
That's fun. Was it like a Christian thing? I always remember people doing like Young Life and like all the little clubs.
Yeah, I did go to a Catholic school.
That's funny.
So.
Still hanging with the killers and robbers. Oh, sheesh. It's weird. I remember a lot of memories from Mexico, but I don't remember that many memories in America.
Whoa.
I moved here when I was
I wonder if you like could you find a picture of what the town that you grew up in looked like the street, so like outside your house?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can go on Google Maps actually. But I grew up in Mexico City, so like I didn't grow up in a town. I grew up like basically think of New York City, and then think of like the part of New York City that I was born in is like Queens. It's just like super duper packed. My grandparents' house had 3 stories. And it had like 6 or 7 rooms because it had like 9. No, grandparents had like 9 kids. Still hanging with the killers and robbers. I guess I have to ask my dad for the address. But yeah. Google World. I remember the name of like the borough that it's in, but I don't have like the Google Earth. Calle Oriente. Mm-hmm.
Yo, so that song that I just made.
Which one?
Out with her friends.
Yeah. What about it?
So I put conclusion out for tomorrow. So typically when I do the next day, sometimes it takes like 2 or 3 days. But I was gonna say like, should I put out out with her friends on like the fucking 21st of May.
Probably. Google Street View. That's what it is. Street View. All around the world, she gonna slide at night. That's how I steal your girl. Always you call me, always be fine. Damn, you're fucking clean on now. Dude, I wish you could see how big the city is on Google Maps right now. It would blow your mind. I mean, what's crazy is that they have fucking like AutoZones and shit in Mexico now, which I don't remember. Dude, Mexico's like gone so crazy. I guess I'm going right now. But yeah.
What, you're going to your house?
Yeah, on Street View. Yeah, if you saw how fucking packed it is with like just people, it would be crazy. It would be so crazy. Damn, so nuts. Did you have like a favorite place to go to when you were a kid that was like, oh shit, this is awesome?
We would always just make our way to like the Creamery, where it was like just the ice cream place.
Cute.
Yeah, and it was right by the park.
What was it
So
called?
we'd always hit the parks. Huh?
What was it called?
What?
The Creamery. Was it just called the Creamery?
Yeah, it was called the Creamery.
Cute.
That's what I called your mama.
Alright, that was uncalled for. For sure, go fuck yourself. I would say something about your mama, but she'd probably overhear and understand and fucking be weirded out.
Yeah, don't weird out my mama, okay?
Yeah, it's not on fucking Mother's Day. You could say something weird to my mom and she'd just be like, what? That's funny. Alright, folks, we're gonna play us off with a song. We had a good little conversation. Shout out Odd One Out, man. It was just for y'all. System overload. Logic, what are you doing, bro? Just being unreliable as always. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Plugged Up Podcast. The coolest stream in the world. Hustle harder, I say hallelujah. Still a rebel like I'm John Doe. Alright, man, I love y'all. Have a beautiful rest of the day.